What's up, guys? We are back. I'm looking at some more NFL plays today over on PrizePicks. Last NFL video that we had, we were able to cash out there for an 8x. We're going to run it right back today and cash another 4-man with today's plays. You guys said like go yesterday, which is why we have a bonus play in today's video, rounding us out with 4 different plays. If you guys want a bonus play tomorrow for some Sunday Night Football, be sure to leave a like on this video here. 125 likes, I'll drop a bonus play for you guys in tomorrow's video as well. And while you're done leaving a like, you may as well also subscribe to the channel with those notifications on. That way you don't miss out on future videos from me, and you get in before these lines get bumped or get removed. And lastly, before we get to today's free plays, is to not miss out on checking out the DubClub. The DubClub gives you access to all of my plays sent straight to your phone, and access to all the different perks over in my Discord. In the DubClub, it is right now 50% off. So you can get it right now for the next month for 50% off, or 60% off of the next 3 months. All you do is just go down to my description and you will get the checkout screen, I believe, right there for you. If not, you can check out my DubClub page and just click on the clean button right there to get that promo as well. You see some of the different winners that we've had from this year and some of the different testimonies we've had from guys over in the DubClub that have been able to cash with me, for example. So it truly is a good place to be. And of course, by the way, we have NHL coming back in, I believe, 4 days. Comes back on Tuesday. Super excited for that. We kill the NHL, man. You guys are not ready for that. That'll be a DubClub exclusive. I probably won't have any NHL videos unless it's maybe I'll do one for the opening night, for a puck drop opening night. Maybe I'll post something on Twitter, for example, but every NHL play the entire year will be over in the DubClub. And of course, we have the NBA back in I think it's 17 or 18 days as well. So it is literally the best time to be in the DubClub right now because you're covered for the next month and it's at 50% off. So it really is a good time to join. But when you join, be sure to connect your Discord to DubClub. That way you get access to a lot of different perks over my Discord. That includes the correlation tab, which is everybody's favorite. It includes all the correlation plays like this 8x right here for the NFL, for example. And of course, all the different MLB correlations and everything like that. You get my community chat to talk to me and other members about plays or whatever's going on, and all of my contributors' plays. That includes some golf plays, some WNBA, some soccer, some esports, some baseball. It really is a good place to be. I'm telling you guys, we cash winners. The community is awesome. We've been extremely profitable all NFL season so far. I mean, we've hit a 4-man on the last 4 NFL slates, I want to say. Thursday Night Football the week before, the Sunday slate, Monday Night Football, and then Thursday Night Football again. I believe we hit a 4-man on all 4 of those slates. So we've been killing it, man. I've only 4 types of these entries, which I'm giving you guys another one of these types of entries in this video here. But I've had 4 of them so far, and 3 of which have cashed. And these are 4-mans, by the way. So right here is only missed when Tyreek Hill got injured. Tyreek doesn't get hurt in that game. He's probably cashing along with probably Tua as well. So overall, I think you guys should join the DubClub. I truly do. I think I have the best DubClub offered out there because of how much that we truly do win in the community that's offered, as well as the price point. Some guys' price point for the DubClub is insane, and they don't even offer 50% offers to get into the DubClub. So getting it right now, next month, 50% off. Do so while you can. I will say, too, though, that Nev just hit a 10x right here for some KBO baseball, 20-200, as you can see right there. Cashing out a bunch of the subs there. So nice little 4-man feeding the subs there. But we're about to get to some more plays in this video. Make sure that you leave a like on this video here if you have not already. That way we can get that bonus play tomorrow. But also be sure to subscribe if you have not already with notifications turned on. And let's get to these plays. The first play I like on the PrizePicks board here is going to be over in the Detroit Lions game here where they face the Cincy Bengals. And I'm going to go with Jameson Williams over not 53.5 receiving yards, but his Demon at 64.5 receiving yards. So I'm going to go with the Demon here. We're going to kind of fill this entry out from here. It'll make more sense as we go along. You've seen the type of entries that we've been able to do, though. Like I showed you guys earlier, like these types of entries. This is exactly what this is going to look like here. So I'm going to go Jameson Williams on the over here for his receiving yards. I think he's in a great spot. Of course, he's that big, deep play, deep threat type of player. And the Bengals are getting killed this year through the air. They're allowing about 272.2 receiving yards allowed per game this year, ranking 30th. And the opposing wide receivers, they still rank very high, allowing 165 receiving yards to opposing receivers specifically, ranking 26th in the NFL. So they are really struggling against that deep ball, or just really any throws in general. But last year, he was over this line in 50% of games, so it has gone a little bit down. There's some injuries that have kind of shaken things up compared to last year to this year, so that's kind of part of the reason. But his target numbers are, kind of trending in the right direction a little bit. I mean, it wasn't for a good while, but in this game, he only had 2 catches. This game, he only had 2 catches. The last game, he only had 2 catches as well. He still is having 108, 43, and 40 receiving yards. And in this last game, the most recent game against Cleveland, he had 8 targets in that game, but it was only able to have 2 catches for 40 yards. And you can just kind of tell, though, most NFL receivers out there are not having 2 catches for 43 yards, or 2 catches for 108 yards, but Jameson Williams is, because that's that type of player. His receptions line today, though, I will say he's projected for about 3 catches, and he's only like a plus 110, plus 115 over 3.5. So there's some upside for 4 catches here for Jameson Williams, and I think he can go 3 for 65 here. Jameson Williams is that type of player. That's that deep threat. He can break one, reception off here for 40 yards and have another 25-yard catch. Detroit are 9.5-point favorites here in the game where he covered. They won by 21 points in that game. So did I even do that math right? I don't think I did that math right. I think it was 31. Yeah, the Lions beat the Bears by 31 points in that game. But in wins last year by at least 10 points, he was over in 4 out of 6 games. You can even lower that number if you wanted to. Games were won by like 4+ points, 5+ points, still over in 67%. One of those misses being on the hook right there. And again, this is a demon here that he has to cover in. So I feel pretty good about Jameson Williams. I think the demon is a really nice value. It's like a plus 150, which I think is pretty good. I mean, I think 65 is very doable for Jameson. And it's really going to help us round this entry out if that makes sense. So Jameson Williams over 65 receiving yards here. Moving on to the next play here. That is going to be Sam Laporta over his receiving yards here. I don't know why I didn't type in there. Sam Laporta over 37.5 receiving yards here. So he's been over his line in 3 of his last 5 games, but 2 out of 4 so far this season. So 37.5 receiving yards for Laporta. He's had 79, 26, 33, and 39 this year. So barely covered in this game against Cleveland, but he barely missed here in the games against Chicago and the Ravens there. In those games, though, he had 6 catches, 3 catches, 4 catches, and 3 catches. He's projected for about 4 catches today. That's his main line on PrizePicks. He's very favored to have at least 4 catches. Now, the Bengals have always been kind of a receiving funnel for opposing tight ends, especially last year. But again, they ranked 272, or they ranked 30th in the NFL, 272.2 receiving yards allowed per game this year. To opposing tight ends specifically, though, they're laying about 61 per game, ranking 24th. And Laporta here just needs 38 to cover this line here. I think he's in a very good spot and a very good matchup. In wins this year, well, the game against the Bears there, he did end up going under. The most recent game, though, where they won by 24 points, he did cover that line. While it's against Green Bay, he covered there as well. But in wins last year, if you look at it, wins by at least 10 points. He covered in 5 out of 7 games there. If you look at games where they won by at least 4 points, like we did with Jameson, he was over in 7 out of 10 games last year, as you can see. In some of those games to end the year last year, he was very good in terms of receptions. But most of these other games, though, where he's covering, he's only having like 4 receptions still, which, again, is what we're kind of projecting today. He even had 1 catch for 52 yards in the Dallas game there. So overall, I think he's in a very good spot to cover his receiving yards. And again, it's to kind of help us get that higher payout on our entry. And it's all kind of correlated, if that makes sense. Because the next player we're going to talk about here is going to be Jared Goff on the over for his passing yards. But we're not going to take his normal line here. So I'm going to do a little bit of comparisons here for you guys. But first off, actually, I want to show you guys the payout that this entry would be. So I'm actually going to take a random player. Don't actually play this line. But let's say like Daniel Jones under passing yards, for example. And then we'll go ahead and throw Jared Goff in. Again, I don't actually like Daniel Jones under. I'm just trying to give you guys an example here. But if you add Jared Goff here, the entry would be an 8.5x for his normal line. But you want this one down all the way to about 189.5. It's a 7.5x, as you can see there. But if you do like 199, for example, even for Jared Goff, it still stays the same as 7.5x, as you can see. So you can get the lowest possible goblin out there and still get a 7.5x entry right there. You could just completely take Goff out if you wanted to for only a 7x payout. So you are taking a little bit of a risk if you are wanting the Goff over for an extra just 0.5x your entry. But I find it very unlikely that these guys are going to combine. These guys are going to have to combine for about 100 yards here. Jameson Williams and Laporta. I think Goff will have another 90 passing yards after that anyways. But it's really just kind of up to you if you want to factor that in or not. But I just want to kind of point that out. So there's no point in taking 199.5 receiving yards or passing yards for Goff because it pays out the exact same. I like the idea of adding him in for at least 190 passing yards, but it's really kind of up to you if you don't think the 0.5x is worth it, which I think is fair, but I just think it makes sense. But Jared Goff here, he has been over his line in 3 out of 4 games this year. Last year, though, he limits this line twice. Once against Tennessee, and then once against the Packers there. He'll be on the road here playing in Cincy, but again, they're just such a good matchup here. They allow 262 passing yards per game this year, ranking 30th in the NFL. We already kind of talked about that, just with receiving yards, obviously. But in wins, you can see what he's been able to do. I mean, not necessarily this year, but just last year. It wins by at least 10 points last year, covered in 6 out of 8 games. When they won by at least 4 points, 9 out of 11 games, as you can see there. One of those games, too, they only ran 47 plays, which a lot less were passing plays, obviously. Overall, this is all pretty damn correlated, of course, because if Jared Goff goes over his passing yards, of course, these guys are going to get some catches. If Jameson goes over 65 receiving yards and Laporta goes over, that's going to be a massive help to Jared Goff and his over passing yards, obviously. So all just kind of flows together here in this entry, in my opinion. I like the spot a lot for a lot of these guys. Now, before we get to the next play in this video, if you've not already seen Sleeper, it is, in my opinion, the best DFS app out there right now because of all the different promos that they offer for new users and current users. If you have not already signed up for Sleeper, you are in luck if you're looking to sign up because you get 3 massive promos. First off, you get a free square when you sign up, right? You get a free square, you get a 0.5 passing yard prop or whatever it is that Sleeper's offering that day. You also get a $100 first time deposit match using my promo code DOMG, but you also can get a free $20 without depositing if you sign up using my promo code DOMG. So a free $20, first time deposit match up to $100, and a free square signing up for Sleeper. All then, I haven't talked about the best part about this app, and that is that if you are a current user, you have promos all the time on this app. I've been on this app for over a year now, and currently I have a 20% profit boost for college football, 35% for MMA, as you can see there, and a ton of player discounts and boosts, as you can see there. They have T. Higgins, Jamison Williams discounted. They have some college football discounts, as you can see there. They have Diggs boost over receiving yards, Jonathan Taylor boost over rushing yards. A lot of awesome value here is available on the Sleeper board. Also, if you happen to go over to like the NFL category, for example, and you can find plays that could actually get you a better payout potentially than an app like PrizePicks. Let's go over to like the passing yards category here. Let's say we like Carson Wentz over passing yards and Jake Browning over passing yards. Pays out 3.39x over on Sleeper compared to maybe 3x on PrizePicks. Maybe you like Carson Wentz on the under instead, pays out 3.43x. Very cool app. Check it out for yourself with the link available in my description. And use my promo code DOMG to get access to a ton of different promos over on Sleeper. Right now, getting to our pair for the Lions here, we're going to head over to the rushing yards category because I like Keandre Miller. Over 30.5 rushing yards. I think he's over 7.5 rush attempts is also in a very good spot. This entry on PrizePicks pays out 7.5x, as you can see there. Of course, you can take out golf if you wanted to make it a safer option technically, but you're getting a 7x. So I think all of these guys are in amazing spots for this slate here, but Keandre Miller has been over his rushing yards in 1 out of 4 games this year. He's only covered against the Bills here, where they lost by 12 points in that game. However, he has had some very nice rush attempts in these games, and the Saints have really put an emphasis on running the ball through their first 4 games, which is funny considering they haven't really run a game so far. But he's had 24, 8, 27, and 65 rushing yards, and that includes games of 5, 5, 7, and 11 rush attempts. So I'm feeling pretty good about this based off of 5 for 24 there, 7 for 27, and 11 for 65, considering they have their best possible matchup so far. They have the Giants matchup here, who is ranking 150 or ranking 29th, but allowing 153 rushing yards per game this year, and opposing running backs 116.2 rushing yards per game this year. They were getting killed on the ground, and you should see the carries, man, that Alvin Kamara has this year. It's ridiculous. They're losing games, 13-44 and 19-31, and they're still running the ball like 20 times a game with Alvin Kamara, man. It's ridiculous. They're going to keep running the ball here. Especially in this good of a matchup. I expect them to at least. I think Keandre Miller is one of the beneficiaries of that, especially with his line being 7.5 rush attempts here. I think we'll see 7 to 8, even 9 or 10 rush attempts in this game. This matchup is just really, really damn good for Keandre Miller. I mean, that Giants matchup is so good, man. Opposing running backs are just killing the Giants time and time again. So I think Keandre Miller's in a great spot to cover his rushing yards here. It's his best possible matchup now, and I like what I've seen from the first 4 games from him. Well, 3 out of 4 games, I've been feeling pretty good about Keandre Miller. So that is going to do it. That is a 7.5x entry here on PrizePicks. Let's go for back-to-back NFL cashes. I'll see you guys hopefully in the next video. Again, join the DubClub if you have not already. It is 50% off for a limited time only. And I also actually just offered I have a new perk added to the member section on YouTube. So if you guys go ahead and sign up to be a member here on YouTube, what I will do now is I post my free play, like these free play entries here, over to my members only before I even go to sit down and record the video. So if you guys want to get these free plays early, I think it's like $3 a month. I don't actually care about it. Just if you guys want to join and get these plays early, you can. I just had the member section running for a long time. People were joining and not getting any perks really. So I figured I'd just offer like my free plays here. I'll just post them early for members only. So they're not getting all my plays, but they're just getting the free plays earlier. So if you want to join to be a YouTube member, you can do so. I think it's on mobile now, and especially on desktop, you can just join to be a YouTube member and you'll get those free plays early. But thank you for watching. See you guys hopefully in the next video. Best of luck. If you want to submit over $5,000 of profit on PrizePicks, watch this video on your screen right here.